The fusion of the 5 elements practice is really divided into 3 parts, and they have to deal with transforming negative emotions and opening up energy channels in the body. And right now I want to talk about the fusion of the 5 elements 1 practice, which is about transforming negative emotions. And it's also a exercise for emotional well-being. And the idea is that we're really run by committee, that we have 5 different phases or types of energy inside of us. And so, for instance, we have the fire element, which relates to the heart, and that's the part of our personality that wants to go out in all directions and wants us to get involved in all kinds of different activities, go see friends, have a wild weekend. And that's really great, except that it may be at odds with our kidney spirit, which is the water element and wants to just settle in and wants to stay in like a bear. It wants to hibernate, wants to rest, rebuild our body, rejuvenate and relax. And so it's at times those can really cause conflicting ideas in our personality. We've also got the wood element, which is about community, friendship, about setting goals and planning. We've got the metal element, which is about that withdrawing in, all about myself, really about beauty, taking care of myself. And we have the earth element that also is about stability and wants to have the best aspects of the other 4 elements. And so the fusion of the 5 elements practice, the first part of the fusion practice, is bringing these energies into the center so that we don't have the fire element out here wanting to run the show, or we don't have the metal element just worrying about ourselves, but we've got all 5 aspects working together as a team. And so if we can find ourselves functioning as an integrated person and an integrated whole, we'll see that we're 5 times more powerful than if we've got just one aspect of ourselves trying to run the show and going out on its own, getting into whatever it considers fun without regard to the other 4 aspects of ourself. So that's really the theory behind the Fusion 1 practice. Some of the benefits are emotional well-being, emotional stability. We're more predictable than not doing this practice. We're more of an integrated person. We also, there's a big part of the practice that harnesses the energy of the senses. So our sense organs each relate to the organs of our body. So our eyes relate to the liver. For instance, our tongue relates to the heart. Our ears relate to the kidneys. Our mouth relates to the spleen, pancreas, stomach. And our nose relates to the lungs and the breathing aspect there. So what our organs want to do when they want energy, when they try to get energy from outside, is they function through the senses and they go out searching for energy. So for instance, if our mouth and our tongue, they kind of operate together. If they want energy, they may go out and eat a lot of things, sample a lot of different foods, eat too much, trying to bring energy into the stomach or spleen. And when that goes wrong, we end up eating too much, trying to get too much energy from outside of us, and then we overeat. Eyes, maybe we watch too many movies. Maybe we are searching, people watching too much, and so we exhaust our liver chi by going outside, searching through the eyes. Same thing with listening to music, talking too much with the tongue. Listening to too much music might injure the kidneys, and the lungs and large intestine going, maybe smelling too many smells, going out to some environment where you're overstimulated, can tie in there with the eating. So the fusion of the 5 elements can help harness that energy, can help reverse the flow of energy back in from the sense organs into the organs themselves. And the important thing to remember is that although this energy may seem negative, that by bringing it to the center, we're able to take the charge off of it. And so it's not out there a polarized energy aspect. We bring it to the center, take the charge off of it, and then we're able to use that energy because there's a ton of power in those negative emotions. But they're dysfunctional and they're not working the way we want them to. So by taking them to the center, it takes the charge off of them, and then we're free to use that energy to have a choice about how we act out in terms of that energy. So it's not dysfunctional. It's now a neutral type of energy we can apply in any way we want. So I encourage you to learn more about this. If this sounds interesting to you, please find a teacher that teaches it. Michael Wynn has some of the best information, in my opinion, on the Taoist practice, fusion of the 5 elements. And I mean, this can be helpful in business and your relationships. There's a number of ways you can apply emotional stability. You can just imagine. So thanks for taking the time to learn about this. Come train with us. Send us an email if there's any way we can help you more with this material. We'll do it to the best of our ability. Thanks.